Hello today! God, it's been a while. 2013 I think the last video was, so this is going to be a little bit weird. I think one of the main points of this video is to clear out the new name. So Jay Wubs was the name for everything for a while. Whether that be electronic music, rock music, metal music, whatever it was always under Jay Wubs. And at some point it felt a little bit weird that you'd have like this kind of like electronic sort of sounding name with a rock album. And the target audience for the certain songs, especially like metal stuff, wasn't reaching out there because no one would think that it's a genuine cover. They think maybe it's a dubstep remix or something. So I needed a new name. So the name got changed to Nightmare of Mensis, which is literally an area in Bloodborne, which, when you want people to find your music and instead they're finding Let's Plays of Bloodborne playthroughs, not really that great. So that needed to change. So eventually I came up with the name Breaking Through Gravity, which is what it is now. I just never told anyone about it. I just kind of updated the site, the YouTube page to be that, and started releasing music under that name. And that may have been confusing. Like, if I uploaded a new song, it could have seemed that I'm just sharing someone else's music to support them or something. But no, Breaking Through Gravity is it's the new name, so that's what to expect. The new album, well, I'd say is the debut album for Breaking Through Gravity, titled Into the Void, has gone gold, which of course means it's finished. It's 18 tracks long, an hour and 15 minutes, I think it ended up being. So it's a bit long, but I feel like it makes up for the hiatus that the music had, where I hadn't uploaded any albums in a while because of the whole name changes and genre discoveries and all sorts of different things. So I got better through Logic with new software and started, rather than covering rock stuff with instrumentals or the original tracks, I started actually making the metal tracks and the rock tracks as well, which originally was harder when you don't know how to play an instrument that is in there and the plugins that you have kind of suck. It wasn't really an option at the time, but software now, there's some really good programs out there and I've managed to get my hands on. So yeah, it's mostly all done in-house on Logic. So that's a really cool sort of part of that new album. Although they're covers, they're still very much a single unit of Breaking Through Gravity. Jay Wubs still is a thing. So I will have Stay the Night is still coming out. That is going to be 10 tracks long. So it's much shorter than the Breaking Through Gravity, but that is still coming. It took about 3 years, but hey, it didn't get cancelled. So unlike some other projects, like Damnation for Eternity, for example, which I know that was quite a disappointing one to cancel, but I've made up for it by doing covers that were going to be in that one. Example, Into the Void, the Breaking Through Gravity album, has the song Moving On, which it was originally going to be part of Damnation for Eternity. And I did actually record it back then, but this new version is so much better than the original. So hope you look forward to hearing the new version. Although, think about it, I didn't release the old one, so if anyone did hear the original, well, that was a leak. So, oops. But hey, oh well. At least you'll get to hear the improvements. But other than Stay the Night for Jay Wubs, I'm also going to be working on a original album, where I'm going to have to write the lyrics. So that one's going to take a little bit more time. But there's 2 albums coming out, both from Breaking Through Gravity and Jay Wubs. So that's plenty of time for me to work on the lyrics. I will have a small preview of the new song that I have been working on for the original album. There's no words yet. There's no lyrics, but you'll get an idea of what like the chorus and stuff sounds like. So I'll play that at the end, so you get an idea of the new sound that Jay Wubs is going to be approaching. But yeah, so we've got Into the Void coming out, I'd say January, and I'm going to think that maybe Stay the Night will be maybe March. I'm going to try and breach it out a little bit to give like enough time to release some songs and to work on others, so that there's not too big of a break now this time, because I realized that the last album I released was quite a long time ago and I had no updates. I kind of just disappeared off the face of the earth. The last one of these was literally 2013, so it's been a really long time since I've actually paid any attention to this seriously. But I'm stepping into music more now, especially after the improvements with Logic and improvements of myself, discovering what I actually want to do with music now, and finding that sweet spot that I've actually found what I can do. So I'm going to play the little end bit of a new song. Doesn't have a name yet, doesn't have words yet, but you get the idea of the latest project that I'm working on. Into the Void's coming soon, Stay the Night's coming soon, so it's all good news. It's all good stuff from the music side of things. So there will be 2 names now, but at least this way you'll know what to expect from the name. Like, if it's a Jay Wubs album, you'll know it's electronic, and if it's a Breaking Through Gravity album, you'll know it's rock. So I've tried to make it as simple as possible while trying not to complicate it too much. It might be a little bit complicated, but it's as easy as I can get it sorted. So hopefully they're both a success. I enjoyed making them both. Into the Void is my best project, I think. I'm so proud of that one. It's a really, really fun time. It took a long time. It got pretty stressful sometimes, but the finished project is so much better than I've done before, in my opinion, at least. So it's the highest quality I've ever done. So that album should be very enjoyable. It's gonna be long. It's 1 hour and 50 minutes. So if you can't listen to it in one go, don't worry about it. Just come back to it. But please come back to it. Don't just leave it in the dust. So yeah, I think that's all that really needs to be said. All right. I'd say that's it. So Breaking Through Gravity and Jay Wubs are the new titles. So Jay Wubs is still a thing. So no more dubstep though. Yeah, no more dubstep. I don't think it's gonna be a thing, because I don't think anyone makes that anymore. But yeah, so here is the preview of the next song that I'm going to be doing. This video is getting a little bit long, so I'm going to end it here. So see you next time, whenever the hell I'm going to do one of these again. So yeah, see you later.